Good morning, my little scholars. Hope you all are doing good. Welcome to your social science class. Today's class, we are going to read chapter number 7, the polar region. But before we start our chapter, tell me, what is an iceberg? Have you heard the name? Well, let me tell you, an iceberg is a large piece of ice floating in the sea, and they are common in the frigid zone. So, let's begin with our chapter. The polar region. As we move past the temperate zone and travel towards the poles, we enter the frigid zone. This region experiences the polar type of climate. Polar means related to North Pole or South Pole, or an area around them. Most of the region is covered by permafrost. Permafrost means a layer of snow and ice that is permanent. A permanent layer of snow or ice is known as permafrost. But human beings have settled even in this inhospitable environment. Inhospitable means unfavorable to life or growth, where plants or crops cannot grow, or the area is not in our favor to live in. Let us find out more about the lives of the people living here. Do you know, children, in the frigid zone, the night sky is often lit up by bright shimmering lights. This is a natural phenomenon. These lights are called aurora borealis in the northern hemisphere and aurora australis in the southern hemisphere. Climate. The polar type of climate is found between the Arctic Circle 66.5 degree N and the North Pole 90 degree N in the northern hemisphere, and between the Antarctic Circle 66.5 degree S and the South Pole 90 degree S in the southern hemisphere. Climate. The polar climatic region has two subtypes, the ice cap type and the tundra type of climate. Let's read about the ice cap type. It is freezing cold all year round here in this region. There are no months where the temperature is above 0 degrees Celsius. This type of climate is found at the poles in Greenland and the entire continent of Antarctica. Due to the tilt in the Earth's axis, the poles experience 6 months of darkness in winter. During summer, there is 6 months of continuous sunlight at the poles. But as the sun's rays are slanting, they are unable to warm the ground. Tundra type of climate. Winters are very long and very severe in this region, and summers are brief and cold. This type of climate is found along coastal Greenland, northern Canada and Alaska, the northern coastline of Eurasia. Places in this region have very long days in summer and just a few hours of sunlight in winter. In the tundra in summer, the topmost layer of the permafrost melts, but this water cannot be absorbed as the ground below is still frozen solid. So the melted water collects on the surface, making the ground soggy and forming marshes and lakes. What do you mean by soggy? Soggy means wet and soft. Plant life. There is no plant life in the ice cap region as the ground is permanently frozen.
Such permanently frozen soil is called permafrost, as you already know. The tundra region too has permafrost. However, during the short summer, the ice covering the upper part of the land melts, allowing the growth of a few hardy plants like mosses, lichens, and sedges. Some small trees grow near the coast where the temperature is a little higher. Thousands of small plants with colorful flowers bloom during the short summer. Animal life. The reindeer, caribou, muskox, polar bear, and the Arctic hare are some of the animals found in the Arctic region. Birds such as the little auk, puffin, and Arctic tern are also found here. Seals, penguins, and killer whales are found in the Antarctica. To deal with the extreme cold, some animals and birds migrate or move away to a warmer place in winter and return in summer. The Arctic tern and the caribou are examples. Some animals, like the grizzly bear, hibernate or sleep through the winter. Other animals, like the polar bear, stay, but their bodies are adapted to the cold. They have thick coats of fur and layers of fat to protect them. Surviving in the frigid zone. Life in the frigid zone is dangerous and difficult. Water bodies are often covered with ice, making them deadly traps for the unwary. The color of the ice will tell you whether it is safe to walk on or not. White ice is the thickest and will support your weight easily. Grey ice is young ice and is around half a foot thick. It can support your weight but is best avoided if possible. Black ice is the most dangerous as it is newly formed and very thin. Do not step on it as you will fall through into the water below. Human life. As a result of the extreme cold and harsh living conditions, this is one of the most thinly populated areas in the world. Antarctica is in fact almost completely uninhabited in winter. There are no permanent settlements here, only research stations. During summer, small groups of scientists visit the land to conduct experiments. The polar region in the northern hemisphere was largely inhabited by nomadic groups of people. Their main occupations were hunting, fishing, and food gathering. In Eurasia, nomadic groups of people like the Lap and the Yakut herded reindeer and trapped animals for their fur. The Inuit were the original settlers of Greenland, northern Canada, and Alaska. For long, they led a semi nomadic life dependent on hunting and fishing. In winter, they would live in homes made of ice called igloos. In summer, they would hunt animals like the polar bear and caribou. The Inuit ate the meat of the hunted animals, used the fat to burn lamps, and used the skin and bones to make clothes and tools. The Inuit used sledges pulled by huskies. What are huskies? A type of dog found mainly in the polar region is known as husky. To transport heavy loads, they hunted seals and fish in small light boats called kayaks. A spear-like weapon called the harpoon was used to catch seals. To keep warm, the Inuit wore fur-lined jackets called parkas and boots made of animal skin. But now most of the Inuit people have given up their nomadic lifestyles and lead settled lives in towns located along the coast. Mining has become an important activity. Rich deposits of petroleum have been found in Alaska and Siberia in Eurasia. Challenges faced by the region. Global warming is the greatest challenge facing the people of the region. As a result of the rising temperatures, the ice sheet is melting and retreating at a rapid rate. Rapid rate means extremely fast, so quick. Quickly, the ice is melting. This poses a threat to the wildlife and plant life of the polar regions. The thawing of the permafrost, which at present cover almost 95% of the polar region, will also cause a marked increase in sea levels across the world. But on the brighter side, due to the thawing, the polar region has seen a boost in the mining, oil exploration and agriculture. Farmers are now able to grow more crops. There has also been an increase in the varieties and quantities of fish, which has helped the fishing industry.
So I hope the chapter is clear to all of you. But to make it more clear, just read the chapter thoroughly. Underline the new words and learn the question answers. Till then, goodbye.